Hello everyone and welcome back to Kayla's Kitchen. Today we are doing another dessert based off of a tea. So today we are taking a look at Almond Joy from Steepologie and making a fun coconut, almond, and chocolate dessert. So Steepologie is a local tea company to me. If you are curious about them, you can check this video out up here. I have a video, tea talk actually, where I go really in depth into their company and everything like that, and they're super awesome. So recently I placed an order where I got a couple of samples from them, and one of them was this Almond Joy tea, which I have been wanting to try for a while. So technically this video is about a dessert based off of a tea based off of a candy bar, because this tea is based off of the Almond Joy candy bar. But the ingredients are black tea, shredded coconut, chocolate chips, caramel, and almond slices. So I cooked up a fun dessert with a coconut mousse and some chocolate covered shortbread and candied almonds. So let's get into making that dessert, and then we'll be back at the end to talk about this tea. The first thing that you'll need to do for this dessert is, of course, make the coconut mousse. So to start off, you will measure out your heavy whipping cream and then take 2 tablespoons, or 1/8 of a cup, out of that. And then you can go ahead and heat that up in the microwave for about 30 seconds total, but do it in 10-second intervals. Once that is hot, you can go ahead and add in the mini white chocolate chips and then go ahead and let that sit on the side. Then you can put the heavy cream into a bowl and add in the coconut extract and whip that up to stiff peaks. In a separate bowl, you can combine the very soft cream cheese and your sugar, and then you can go ahead and mix that together thoroughly. Then you can take that and fold that gently into the whipped cream. Then you can fold together your white chocolate ganache. If all of the chocolate chips aren't fully melted, you can go ahead and put that in the microwave again for just about another 10 seconds and keep stirring that, and then all the chocolate chips should be melted. And then you can fold that into the mixture as well. And that is all there is for the coconut mousse, so you can just go ahead and divide that evenly into your containers. I got about 3 containers out of this, and these are 3/4 of the way full. You can of course do less mousse and create more of these, or you can double the recipe. It's super versatile and just depends on how you want to present your dessert. So then you can go ahead and candy your almonds. So you can do that just by adding your almonds into a saucepan and then putting a little bit of sugar on top. And then you are just going to heat these on medium-high heat until the sugar completely melts and starts to go golden. You won't want to mix this up too much, but just every once in a while give it a little shake. And then once the sugar really starts to melt, then start stirring a little bit more so that you make sure you coat all the almonds. Once the almonds do start to brown and the sugar goes golden, you do want to make sure that you take it off the heat so that the sugar doesn't burn. Then you can go ahead and put these on a lined piece of parchment or a silicone baking mat and then just let that sit. Then you can make your shortbread. Shortbread is one of the easiest cookies to make, so you will just throw all of your ingredients into a bowl and then use your fingers to pinch the butter into the dry ingredients until everything comes together. It might look like it's not going to come together at first, but just keep working with it and it will come together to form a dough. Then you can roll that out onto a floured surface and use a small paring knife, or if you have a cookie cutter that you'd want to use, you can use that as well to cut out your shapes. I wanted to do just a traditional link shape, so I just cut out these little line shapes and then used a fork to puncture holes in them so that I make sure that they don't get any bubbles. Then you will go ahead and bake these and let them cool completely. Once the shortbreads have cooled, you can melt your chocolate coating. I would have preferred to use a dark chocolate, but I didn't have dark chocolate candy coating, so I used a milk chocolate. And then I just used a shallow bowl to dip each one of the shortbreads just halfway through. And then you, of course, after dipping them in the chocolate, want to put them on a piece of parchment or a baking mat just to make sure that the coating sets and they don't stick to whatever surface you put them on. Then you can go ahead and put those in the freezers to set. And now you are ready to assemble the final dessert. So I took the cups of mousse out of the fridge, and then I split the candied almonds evenly among all 3 of the cups. And then I just took one of the shortbread links and placed that gently on top. Ta-da! That is all there is to making this dessert. It was actually super easy. The mousse is not very time consuming and it's very easy to do. You don't really need a lot of ingredients or a lot of, fancy tools or anything like that. Shortbread is super easy. Candying almonds is super easy. Candy coating, you can find it at your local grocery store. It's super fun. And personally, I think it's rather delicious. But before I talk any more about that, let's take a look at the tea. This tea smells like you really get that black tea in there, but you're getting a nice strong coconut and almond in there. This tea is nutty and it is just like slightly sweet. It's so good. It's got that nice coconut, but it has a good strong almond flavor as well, and you're just getting a little bit of the chocolate in the back end. This is a really nice dessert tea, and it goes excellently with the dessert that I made after this. I kind of modeled this after, like, you always see those like fancy Parisian desserts that come in like fancy cups, and yeah. That's the thought process. If you like coconut, if you like almonds, you're gonna love this. Like, yeah. The mousse is rich and creamy, and the almonds are sweet and crunchy, and the shortbread is just like delicious and buttery, and it brings a nice chocolate flavor into it, and this is one of the favorite desserts that I've ever made. I love it. And it goes great with this tea. They really just have the same flavor profile and they go excellently together. So that is how I made my dessert based off of Steepologie's Almond Joy tea. Have you tried this tea before? If you have, let me know what your thoughts of it are in the comments down below. And if you want to make this dessert yourself, check out the link in the description box. That will take you over to my blog where you will find all the ingredients and directions to make any of these components yourself. You don't even have to make the full dessert. You can just make a part of it. But if you do decide to make this yourself, please post about it on Instagram and tag me in the photo. I'd love to see what you make. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe down below. But that is all for now, so as always, happy sipping.